Hey, good morning, folks. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. Fresh from vacation, so I'm supposed to be better than usual, right? We checked out Gulf Shores, Alabama. Very nice area. We had some great weather. As I heard, you had a weather change, and then I felt the weather change when we got back up here. So let's get into it and show you what's going on. Right now, we're sandwiched between two storm systems. The next one coming our way for Thursday, Friday-ish. I'll show that to you. And that's the big monster storm, the bomb cyclone that is hitting the West Coast or hit the West Coast. I find that oftentimes when a storm reaches a very strong status on the West Coast, it's reached its peak. You know, these storms have a life cycle. They're weak. They come into an area in the upper atmosphere where they reach their peak strength, and then they slowly start to fade away and then maybe re-strengthen again. All right, so here we go. Hey, let me say good morning to everybody. Matt Beckman. Any big snowstorms in November? Not that we see just yet early, but I am going to talk about cold on the way. Hey, Herbert Gibson Jr., good morning, and good morning to Saginaw, too. All right, so on this map, by the way, the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by Consumers Energy. So on this map, you can see the large rain shield of yesterday off to the east, and the rain and snow coming through the Rockies, and another storm system on the West Coast. And I thought it'd be better to see it with the satellite picture. And you can see it there that the thick clouds are off to the east, and the next storm system is already waiting in the wings off to the west. All right, so let's get into the modeling and show you what's going to go on here. I'm going to show you close up, and then I'll back out and show you the long range, okay? So today, this is this afternoon. Now, this is the kind of flow that can make lake effect rain in the thumb. So two weather patterns here. With that northeasterly flow, colder air, showery in the thumb, the rest kind of on the dreary side, although you could have some breaks in the clouds. Hey, Ryan Bates, I know dry, cold weather would be great for us hunters. Hey, we flew into Grand Rapids 11:30 last night, I think we got there, and then we got back at 1:30, and we saw a lot of deer, but they're nocturnal. They're in the middle of the night. A lot of deer on the hanging out in the fields on the side of the roads. So tomorrow is a dry day. Tomorrow's a nice fall day with not much wind. We'll get some sunshine back into the area. Although I have to admit, we're into the time of year where getting full-blown all-day-long sunshine is really pretty hard to do because you get a moisture layer coming off of the Great Lakes that are warm, and it traps in Michigan. This is Thursday afternoon. So Wednesday and Thursday are dry. Today is dry also, with the exception of the thumb. I'll show that to you a little closer for the Thummians? Or is it Thummites? No. How about people from the thumb, in the thumb? Now, this is Thursday night. This is Friday morning. So we're getting showery Friday morning as that large storm passes to our south, kind of in a weakening mode. This is Friday night. And then this is Saturday morning, and it's pretty well done by Saturday afternoon, which is good because we got Halloween coming up. This is Halloween Sunday. Now, the other thing I want you to pick up on is that in my little blurb there, I told you that colder air appears to be building and is heading this way. I don't know if it's, an all November type thing. Probably not, but it certainly looks like the early parts of November are going to be a little bit feeling more like winter than fall. And we probably can't get real cold with a storm system around. Probably storm systems now will still bring us back to warmth enough for rain and then colder air behind it. But here is the model, and what I want to show you is from Sunday. Notice the several blue lines up across the UP. That's colder air. That's air below freezing at 5,000 feet up. We use it kind of as a rain snow line in the middle of winter. Now as we go into November 1st, notice you've got several blue lines. And basically what it's showing is that central lower Michigan, after a cold front early next week, drops down to what we would call -8 Celsius at about 5,000 feet up. -8 Celsius, if the ground was cooled off, and if the lakes were cooled off, -8 Celsius would give you a high of probably 32 degrees. But at this time of the year, it's probably a high in the upper 30s or so. But the point being is, look as we get out toward the end of this run, toward November 4th and November 5th, and the colder air is more dominant than the warmer air. All right, now let's look at the radar for today. Radar forecast for today. And you can see how this model shows batches of showers coming through the thumb. This is through the morning into early afternoon. So that north wind will kind of waver a line of showers around lower Michigan, around, I guess I should say, the thumb. All right, now let's get into the long term and show you that storm system Thursday kind of circulating fairly large, but it's reached its peak intensity. And as we go into Saturday, it shifts off to the East Coast. But there you see the cold pool. When I stop at somewhere in there, you see that if you look up into Canada, you see -10, -12. Remember, that's temperatures of 5,000 feet up in Celsius, but it still signifies fairly cold air. And then as we go toward the end of the run, you can see how the cold air continues to kind of just try to make a move at us. We won't wholeheartedly get into wintry weather, but my point is that early November could be more like winter than it would be like, a warm fall day. High temperatures today in the 40s to near 50 degrees. Tomorrow in the low 50s. Thursday in the upper 50s. Friday in the upper 50s. Saturday in the upper 50s to near 60. And Sunday, Halloween. And then Monday. And then you start to see the colder air move in. Hey, good morning, Karen Jacobs from Bay City and Robert Scheidel, hopefully. And Penny Cannon, thanks for watching. And Jeff Sinsky, thanks for watching. We get out to 10 days out, and you're looking at some highs in the 30s in northern lower and across the UP. So point being is there's some cooler air that's going to ooze down in. And what does that do with temperatures? After a few mild days and no frost or freeze Saturday or Sunday, then early next week we start to get colder temperatures. These are morning low temperatures by November 4th. This European model forecasting that we could have our first freeze, and that would be with clouds. So that's significant. You know, normally it takes at this time of the year clear skies and light winds to get down to below freezing temperatures. So there you have it. The thumb is kind of showery today. The rest of us dreary with some breaks in the dreariness into some sunshine. And hey, thank you, Judy Boomer. And hello, Larry Pusker from Sterling Heights. Hopefully I said that right. Wednesday, Thursday, dry. And then we get showery for Thursday night into Friday. But generally in this forecast, it's a little more dry than it is wet. Hey, thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update brought to you by Consumers Energy. I'm back, and today I'm talking about the new winter forecast that was released. I'll have a post for that on MLive, and I'm going to highlight that cold pool aloft developing and how that's going to affect us in early November. So have yourselves a great day. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa.